Are you still rocking the Tribit StormBox? This is the newly released StormBox 2, and it got a whole new makeover. Question is, are you ready to upgrade? What do you say we find out together? Love this thing. Sound core. And I'm gonna continue to rock it. Oh, that was incredible. Welcome back to the Brannon No channel. I cannot stress enough how good it feels to be planted in this chair once again, talking about tech. Love it. Missed ya. Where the hell have I been? I was in Vegas. Yes, it was just a quick little weekend trip to say farewell to a very loved casino and resort, and that is the Mirage. Yes, it will officially be renovated into the Hard Rock sometime in July. Now they say the hotel won't be operational for about 3 years. So it's really unfortunate to see the Mirage go. We love the pool, as you could see. The drinks are awesome. And Seth, if you're watching this, we're gonna follow you in Vegas. We know where you're supposed to be next. So we'll see you then, buddy. Now you know where I was. Let's go ahead and focus on where I am. We are taking a look at the all new, revamped, if you will, Tribit StormBox 2. Now it's had one hell of a makeover, and we are going to cover all the bells and whistles and tell you if it's worth ditching your old model for the new one. Also, if you've never personally owned a Tribit Bluetooth speaker before, why in the hell would you pick this over the competition? I am going to answer all those questions and much, much more in today's review. So let's dive in. Coming in the box is a user manual in a fold-out style. You're also getting a USB-A to a USB-C charging cable that's not very long. And that's it besides the speaker itself, because they did not include a 3.5mm auxiliary cable. It's a bummer. All right, let's take a look at the Tribit StormBox 2. First impressions, it definitely felt like the typical Tribit premium speaker that you always get right out of the box. Has a very nice weight and feel. You have a large volume plus and minus button along with the play pause smack dab in the middle. Just under that is Tribit's name stamped in silver on a backing plate. The speaker is surrounded in almost 90% of this woven grayish black fabric. Makes the speaker look very clean and professional. Premium, if you will. Surrounding the passive radiators is a matte plastic finish. Speaking of the passive radiators, they're encased in a rubber shock system that will definitely handle all the vibrations when you're rocking this thing. At the top, they included a removable polyester carrying strap. Should be plenty strong to tote on your fun-filled adventures. On the bottom, you have 4 rubber foot pads for a non-slipping on most surfaces you set it on. Taking a look at the back of the speaker, we get 4 buttons in a water-resistant rubber coating. You get your power on and off, Bluetooth sync button, your X bass, yes please, and lastly, your true wireless button. That'll be used for connecting 2 StormBox 2s together for that true stereo sound. Under that, we have the waterproof sealing cover that reveals your USB-C charging port and a 3.5mm auxiliary input. Okay, they don't send us a 3.5mm cable, of course, but at least they have the auxiliary input. All right, before we go ahead and dive into the sound of this little gem, what do you say we take a moment and nerd out with me and find out what the speaker is made out of? Coming with 34 watts of powerful stereo sound, you're going to feel the heavy bass using the X-Bass technology. Now, of course, this is their words, certainly not mine. Now, when Tribit mentions stereo sound, they're referring to the wireless stereo pairing. By syncing two StormBox 2 speakers together, you'll experience 360 degrees of surround sound. No worries though, if you don't have a secondary speaker, you're still going to get the 360 degrees surround sound, just not the true stereo. What's powering this beast? They're using a 5200 milliamp battery, giving us up to 24 hours of playtime. That's a full day. Also coming with Bluetooth 5.3, stating you'll be able to be away from the speaker within 150 feet. That's 45.72 meters. You're welcome. Also coming with an IPX7 waterproof rating. That is going to be clutch for outside activities such as hiking, camping, beach time, or even the pool, which we're going to test that out in a little bit. And lastly, we get the Tribit app for full customization. Let's take a look. All right, assuming that you've downloaded the app, let's go ahead and turn this on. And by the way, it is very hot here in Michigan today, which I'm gonna be enjoying the pool after I get done with this. But my air conditioning runs, and I'm not gonna go out there and shut it off like I usually do. So if you hear that annoying background, apologies in advance. Let's go ahead and turn on the speaker, and by doing so, you just press it and release like this. It's that simple. We're connected, we're ready to rock. Go ahead and tap the app. That rhymed. All right, go ahead and click on connect. There it is. Tap on Tribit StormBox 2. Oh, looks like we have a firmware update. Give me a second, I'll download that. I'll come right back. All right, all up to date. Don't you just love editing? Looking at the home page, we have the name of our device at the top. Under that is a detailed picture of the StormBox 2. And just under that is a colored battery percent icon. I'd say 90% should be plenty for our day of testing. Under that, we have our volume rocker high or low and our play and pause button along with reverse and forward a track. Next up is equalizer. Go ahead and tap on that. In here, we have 6 different presets to choose from. Well, actually bass off, I don't even count as a preset. We get X-Bass, audiobook, classical, rock, and jazz. Yeah, I'm going with X-Bass. 100%. Now we also have custom EQ. Go ahead and tap on that. Click the plus, opens up name the new EQ settings. Let's go ahead and call it No D Sounds. And yes, I use a Z for my S's. Don't judge. Go ahead and hit confirm. This opens up 9 EQ bands that you will be able to customize however you like. That's cool. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick look at settings. At the top, you have firmware version, device name, countdown to shutdown. By turning it on, brings up a time counter in hours and minutes. You can set it down to the specific minute. Now you also have auto shutdown on or off as well. If engaged, you get 3 different scenarios. Number 1, if there is no operation or connection, it'll shut down in 5 minutes. 2, if the battery reaches lower than 5%, it'll cut it off. And lastly, in the connected state, if it doesn't hear any music or any kind of function touch, it'll shut off in 15 minutes. Then you have voice prompt. Tap on that. Now you can check off what you want to have voice prompted. This has always bothered me with this, okay? It's not a voice, so why do they call it voice prompted? If you take a closer look, it's stated beep on every option. Let's say you don't want it to beep when the battery is low. You can obviously uncheck it, but my suggestion would to be leaving them all on. Lastly, we have the button lights on or off. I guess if you want it off, it'll save some juice. This thing doesn't have any RGB lighting on it, so I think you're gonna be just fine with a 24-hour battery at playing this most of the day. And that is the app explained in a nutshell. Is it done in a soundcore style? No. Is it something that is usable? Absolutely. All right, since the speaker is still connected and ready to rock, what do you say we do just that? All the music that you'll hear on today's video will be sponsored by Soundstripe. Soundstripe is a royalty-free platform that has unlimited music and sound effects from award-winning artists. Choose your favorite song titles from an assortment of genres. Scrub through their latest uploads and download until your heart's content. If you need stock footage, Soundstripe answers back with their stunning 4K HD video. Or how about sound effects? Soundstripe doesn't disappoint with a ton of different categories to pick from. Choose which plan works best for you and get creating today with Soundstripe. Hey, if you're on the fence of looking for a good royalty-free music platform, check out Soundstripe. They definitely contend against the major brands. I'll have all the discounts and details down in my description below where you can get on board right now. How this is going to roll is I'm going to play these same songs, which we're going to do a few, in the studio and outside, so you can kind of get an idea of what it would sound like in enclosed or outclosed. First song on the list is called Power Hungry by Paula. Here we go. Oh, wow, turn that down. Wow, okay. Not bassy enough. Let's go ahead and pick on the bass. Oh, huge difference. That's why I say you're gonna stick with X bass all the way. All right, let's turn it up.
To fight it on your own. I'll help you light your fire. I'll take your hand, raise you up higher. You can dare to live. Stand up, be the hero you need. Dream of your kingdom. Speak up, scream in the mirror. You're free, free, free now.
It's nice and mellow. I like that. This is a good song right here. I really like this one a lot.
No need to worry.
Wow, that's crystal.
No need to worry.
Yeah, that sounds good.
No need to worry.
That's a pretty song. Let's take it outside. Just wouldn't be the Brannon No channel without some bluesy grunge. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And of course, it just wouldn't be the Brannon No channel without a little bit of rap. Let's go back outside and toss it in the pool, shall we? Not bad. Okay, it definitely dries out fairly fast. So if you were worried about the fabric getting wet, it doesn't take too long, obviously in the sun. But I will tell you this, do not, and I repeat, do not drop this in a lake off a boat because this sinks. yeah, I actually had to use my skimmer net and scoop it out from the bottom. So just a little FYI, most of the speakers that are waterproof float. This one, it does not. Let's cover pros and cons. Pros should be pretty simple. Okay, what I'm going to do is compare the StormBox to the StormBox 2 in regards to what they've upgraded and made much gooder. As my father-in-law would say, no, there's nothing wrong with him. He's just silly like that. We're getting Bluetooth 5.3 instead of the 4.2. 34 watts versus 24. Speaking of 24, we get 24 hours to their 20 hours on battery life. Also included is an app feature and the true wireless connection with being able to pair them, giving you stereo surround, which the StormBox has neither of those two features. So I would say that they have come a long way since the original. Okay. Now, of course, where there's pros, there's always cons to follow. I only have a few bitches in mind, so I'll share them with you right now. Let's talk about the strap, shall we? Okay, yes, it is a nice added feature to carry it around, sure. But there are times where you want to be able to hang this on a vine or a tree or a fence by a pool. Anywhere you want to hang it, you're going to have to get a screwdriver and unscrew this to use it. To me, that's kind of cumbersome. I wish they would have made a better route to snapping it on and taking it off with ease. Another bitch of mine is, yes, you have these big gargantuan plus and minus and play and pause buttons. However, they are rubber and that is it. There is no lights. Now they have lights in the back for these. Why couldn't they have included some lighting effects on the front? Would have been a nice touch. No pun intended. And lastly, my final bitch, no included 3.5mm auxiliary cable. Now, of course, you have the auxiliary input, you just don't get the cable. I'm doing another speaker, guys, coming up, and it comes with the auxiliary cable, and it's not a very big brand out there. Just saying. Now, let's take all those cons that I just mentioned, sweep them under the rug, and go over retail. Don't forget, I am not sponsored or endorsed through Tribit. Okay, they merely send me out the product spec. They've sent me out quite a few models and asked me to do you guys an honest review. And here we are. I'll be dropping you down my affiliate Amazon link where you can pick one of these up. Yes, I get a kickback. It's not huge, like I always say. It's really not. But it definitely helps me and the channel grow in making these informative reviews for you. Retailing for $67.99, but there's a clickable coupon for $10 off, dropping the brand new Tribit StormBox 2 to $57.99. Yeah, under $60 for this magical goodness. It's definitely 100% a no-brainer, and I suggest you go and grab yourself one or even two at that price. You know, make it in stereo. Oh, it's time to get you on your merry way with a fortune cookie. What is the fortune today? Fortune word is birthday. It's not my birthday. It's actually nobody's around my family's birthday. Is it your birthday today? Well, if it is, happy birthday. You are never selfish with your advice or your help. That is so true. I love helping you guys out, making those decisions, trying to answer your questions when you have them. I just love it. Well, that's the end of today's review. If you have lasted this long, well, you're either family or could be something wrong with you, but you know as well as I do, we do not judge at this table. Not now, not ever. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe on your way out that door if you haven't already. And I will be seeing you next weekend, okay? I got a video. I got something in mind. See you then. Have a good one.